Hey guys, what did you do, Coco? Did you guys hear that? My cat just threw down my other laptop. Okay. Well, it's not like that was like $2,000 or anything. Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Thursday. I just got out of the shower. I have to take this down. It's a little too big. But thank you, maybe. Just got out of the shower and I'm just having a bad hair day, I think. Not I think, I know. Just not really sure what's going on here, but that is not why we are here today. If before we jump into things, if you wouldn't mind going ahead and don't bite me. If you wouldn't mind, if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, it is free. Please make sure to subscribe. And if you are enjoying the content, make sure to hit that notifications button once you do subscribe so that you are notified when I do go live, which will be when the verdict comes back. What else? Like the stream, that helps. That and commenting, like, ma'am, please stop biting me. That helps tremendously. And with that being said, the only thing left is, oh my God. Oh my God. Really, Coco? You just, I don't understand. I don't understand. Say hello. I am the problem. It is me. She's going to try to bite me now because I did that. So I'm trying to hide any open skin. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, she's something. I just don't know what. All right. So I absolutely couldn't come and do like a legit live last night. I am now regretting not only the headphones, but the the chair. It wasn't really my best choice. It's not really ergonomically sound. It can work though. It's not an immediate thing. It's not killing me. It's just not good to sit on this couch all day long. So I did like an impromptu live from my bed while I was trying to regain feeling in my legs. And a lot of people said that they didn't get notifications for that. And I think it's because I went through the YouTube studio and not, while I'm thinking about it, let me put this on screen, and not the StreamYard like I normally do. So this is true. This is true. It's just like the evil. We can all kind of like respect her for it. Hard Knocks Life. She was abandoned by a drug addict. She's currently just absolutely trying to devastate and ruin everything I have on my setup, or as Maybe calls it, my ironing board setup. It's It's a real hillbilly setup of a few tables put together. Where was I talking, or where was I before this? So did that live. If you didn't watch it, you can go back, but I'm pretty much going to go over what the content from that live in today's live. And as you can see, we have a live shot right now of the jury deliberation system. And I will go ahead and make this extra big for you guys so that you can see what it says. Oh, no, my dumb face is in the way. Nope, can't move myself. All right, here. So it says that, no, it says red equals deliberating, red plus green equals break or question, and green equals verdict. So there have been a few times since they have begun deliberating that it has changed from just red to red and green. And one of those times was yesterday. And I would love to show you what happened yesterday. Give me just one sec. I didn't even think about this, about pulling this up. I appreciate your patience. I hope everyone's having a nice day today. It's kind of gloomy here, but that's entirely normal for Columbus, Ohio. Okay, so check this out. I guess I'm going to stream this instead. Hold on. It's 3 o'clock, so we know what that means. Not only are my allergies going to start heckling me, but my dog doesn't know what to do with himself. He has doggy Heimers. All right, here we are going to share a new stream. Share this tab instead. Add to stage. Okay. Guys, they're just not even going to believe this.
My client saw or didn't see. So it's basic 101 law, Your Honor. You can't make an argument if it's not in the record, and nothing was in the record. You told them that the witnesses could testify about what they observed. They can't testify about what they think he thought or what they think she thought. That's clear, Your Honor, and the case law supports it in these cases. Every single article on use of force with police officers in trials says the victim's intent is not relevant to the analysis of the use of force and whether it's reasonable. Once he used the words, she's talking to you and she's speaking to you, Your Honor, that crosses the line. He's absolutely able to say, ladies and gentlemen, you saw some actions of her in that. You can make inferences based on that, okay? But he can't then say she's saying this and she's saying that. We renew our request for a mistrial, Your Honor. The alternative, we would ask that order be put in place.
Two issues. One, I'm going to provide a curative instruction. You heard the prosecutor during rebuttal closing make several remarks as to what TY was saying. Closing the arguments is not evidence.
Okay, so before we go any further, everyone pay attention. It's like a news bulletin sound. Get it? I want you guys to pay attention to this dude watch his reaction throughout all of this up until the end, because this is what makes this video like I lost it watching this.
No evidence was presented during the trial as to what I'm going to put TY was saying. And that's what I'm proposing.
We would ask that you add to it and disregard any of the prosecutor's statements regarding that concept. Or
I didn't mean to speak over. We went up and said,
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, we got that.
Should I get the alternates up, or do we want to give this curative instruction if we lose a juror?
we can do it again if we lose a jury.
But just make sure we do it every time we lose a juror.
That's important. Keep that in mind. I'm sure you can guess why.
I've just brought the 12 up and left the other.
Absolutely.
So it would be, as to what we're saying, disregard this argument.
And Judge, again, I just want to make sure the record reflects the state's strong objection.
Okay, I understand. We had the 12 up here. All right, go get the 12. Mhm.
All right, remember to watch that prosecutor.
Like who's sitting over here?
They all look pissed.
Guess we don't have to retype this up.
I guess I could have put this on 1.5, but whatever. Okay. So this was at 2:25 yesterday. He just like threw his notebook down.
All rise.
Whoops.
Everyone can have a seat. I have one further instruction for you. You heard the prosecutor during rebuttal closing make several remarks as to what TY was saying. Closing argument is not evidence. No evidence was presented during the trial as to what TY was saying. Disregard this argument.
All rise.
All right, here he is.
Okay.
In terms of questions, if it's the normal, do we get some transcript? Do you want to do a little bit of color, or do you want us back?
I want to do it in open court.
Okay. So-
I mean, your office is close,
Yeah,
and
no, just-
you guys are set up over at the Franklin County prosecutors.
I'll explain that.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, oh, I don't know why I found that so funny. He was, oh, we have a question. And I'm sure it's a question because they were just on a break right before I went live. Okay. Do, 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 do. It's the stupidest thing ever. I'm the stupidest thing ever, guys. I was looking at the wrong screen. We don't have a question. That was from yesterday. And what I wanted to show you next, I feel like it's good to show the videos back to back. Okay, so that's what it looks like when there's a question. Okay, so
Who's up?
What is next? Is it plea or trial?
It'll be the trial. I'm just looking for the terms.
I know, Stream Mama. I really messed that one up. I got a little too excited for my own good. So this is from earlier today. It's going to take a minute for them to get the jury. But I think it's worth it for you guys to hear what the questions are. And I'm not saying it's a good question. That absolutely is not what I'm saying. Hi Kathy. Welcome. And thank you guys for commenting and liking and doing all the things. I really appreciate it. I can't believe that I got that wrong. I was like, oh yeah, this is from right now. Nope, it sure wasn't. Nope. All right, come on. Here it is.
Back on the record, 24 CR 4561, State of Ohio versus Connor Grubb. And does council waive his appearance?
We do, Your Honor.
I had received a question from the jury. Does the severity of the crime start with the shoplifting and end at the time of the gun being fired? Question one. Question two, what all should be included when evaluating the severity of the crime to determine if deadly force was justified? I'm proposing that I reply to them that you have all the jury instructions.
We disagree, Your Honor. We would, this is clearly because of the comments that she was shot for shoplifting. The severity of the crime at issue is what prompted his use of force. What prompted his use of force was the car coming back at him, not the shoplifting. And that's what all the case law indicates, and that's what the jury instructions try to do. So it's clear that they're saying, do we start analysis with shoplifting to determine if it's reasonable? The analysis of severity of crime is one factor to consider, but it's the force that prompted the reaction. So the shoplifting didn't prompt the reaction. The car coming at him prompted the reaction. That's why that concept should be given to the jury.
I'm not going to give them anything more than the jury instructions that I've already given, although your objection.
Well, thank you, Your Honor. Did you want to add to the record?
And that's it. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong thing. So if you guys,
Chapter, Your Honor.
Stream Mama is not wrong. Stream Mama said another Aunt Bev. I'm kind of feeling a little concerned after hearing that juror question. the fact that the jurors think that, by what I can tell from hearing that question, that she was shot because she was shoplifting, then we have issues. Because that is absolutely not why she was shot. Hey, how's it going? So that was an alarming question to hear. Sorry, guys, I seem to have something stuck in my eye. All right, so like I said, deliberations began around 2:00 yesterday, and then they brought the jurors in and said, like, hey, pretty much disregard everything that the state prosecutor said in rebuttal about her talking to you. And this is the information that I have been given that is new to you guys. Oh my God. If you guys hear that, that's my cat in this big box. She just like really likes to sabotage these streams. So yesterday when we started off the stream, I was like annoyed, I think is the best word to use, because Takaya's children were brought to court. I remember mentioning this, and I thought that was a really low move. And I moved on because the kids were not allowed to stay. They were taken out before the jury entered the room. Thank God. And I looked it up. I even looked at what like the precedent is in these sort of situations. And yes, everyone is allowed in court, but on closing statements, especially on closing statements, the jurors are taking in everything around them. And there was a part of the prosecution's argument where you can almost tell that there was supposed to be a comment about the kids and point to the kids. Oh my God, this is real. This is real. This is not an alarm. There is a question. I promise you, I didn't mess this up. I need to double check to make sure. Don't bite me. This cat. Yes, I'm absolutely positive. I'm absolutely positive. I promise you guys, I'm not messed up. Well, I'm messed up, but like not here. So we'll just wait for them to hustle into the courthouse. But it's not a verdict. It's just a question. There's no way it's a break because they were just on a break. All right. So I have a very difficult time thinking that the prosecution like wanted to showboat and use these children as a prop for the jury. Like that really doesn't sit well with me. And not to mention, like, that's the kind of stuff you remember when you grow up, you're like, oh yeah, I had to go to closing arguments for my mom's trial. Like, no, none of that. Stop that. Yeah, very manipulative. Very manipulative. 0 out of 10. So, the fact, this is where it gets crazy. Remember how we were like, well, why are we getting done with trial so early on Tuesday? It seems to be the belief that they couldn't bring in the kids in time. And that's why they began on Wednesday. And that is just, like I said, very upsetting, but I'm glad that the system worked and the judge was like, no, these kids don't need that. They don't need to hear that. I've always had the stance that I feel awful for this family. I feel awful for both families. Oh, the camera's moving. Here we go. Here we go. This is real. No one's in there. Oh my gosh. I just had a feeling 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. I actually wanted to do 4, but I was like, you know what? Let's do 3 and just to be safe. So, after hearing all of this, I just got really upset. And apparently this heightened an already tumultuous situation because as Connor and his family were leaving the court yesterday, some very vulgar and very, very nasty things were said to him. To the point. Oh, that's not Madame Court Reporter. Who are you? We don't know you. You don't go here.
Can I have a seat? My understanding, you guys are wanting to go home today, and you can be back by 8:45. Is that good for tomorrow? 8:45. Again, do not deliberate until all 12 are in the room. Go have a good evening.
All rise.
I'm sorry, what?
Are you going to be tomorrow too?
Yeah, leave everything but my laptop ready so that just be ready to go as soon as we get.
Okay, cool.
Thanks for your help today.
Absolutely.
I don't even know what to say. What the fuck? What? Okay. So they need a night to sleep on it? That is so weird. Get it? They want to leave an hour early. So that they can come in on a Friday? Okay. we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this. So the things that were said yesterday, I think there were a lot of raw feelings after the kids not being allowed in court, after the state obviously having to improvise with their closing statements because of that. I think that there were just a lot of heated feelings yesterday to the point where there had to be around the clock security for all members of the family and anyone involved in this case. So that's concerning. I would just say I really hope any sort of threats or violence, well, I would say violence, no. And I in my heart of hearts, I recognize that these people are distraught. But that's certainly not the answer. To have a family go through this all over again. Hey, Anthony. Oh, my dude from the 614. So that was concerning. Then last night, and this is really unfortunate, one of the jurors had to be hospitalized. And that means that they had to bring in an alternate, which is why we have alternates. But they had to I was told which family needed security. Connor's family needed security, which is not paid for by the FOP or anything. This is like private security comes out of your own pocket, but it was so bad that the FOP, or not the FOP, CPD Columbus recognized a need. So that's just, that's not where I want this to go. Not at all. And I was so sorry to hear about the juror, especially giving, like, what, 3 weeks of your time? Is it 2 weeks or 3? I don't know. And not being not being able to deliberate with your peers. That's crappy. But the whole thing about yesterday's new jury instruction was that every time an alternate comes into the fold, they are supposed to give that jury instruction. That jury instruction was not given this morning with the new alternate, at least on camera. Yeah. So I thought, I don't know. I don't know what to make out of that. I certainly would think that they wouldn't forget to give that jury instruction. At the same time, I recognize we got a lot going on down there. So, yeah. And I'm checking over my notes. Oh, the other thing, the fact that a alternate was brought in means that they had to start deliberations over. So, as you guys may know, juries don't like to leave a case hanging over a weekend when it comes to deliberations. And you can have all the feelings in the world you want about that, whether that's good or bad. I take the stance that I think a jury shouldn't be focused on the weekend. I think that they should take as much time as they want and they need. Um, at, at the same time, next week is Thanksgiving, and I'm sure some jurors are. I don't know what's going on in there. None of us can know what's going on in there. And I also do not believe that more time means guilty or less time means not guilty. I don't believe that. I've seen it play both ways, equal amounts of time. The one thing that I have not seen an equal amount of is people, juries want to end before the weekend. So it's with them wanting to leave early today, I don't I really don't know what to make out of all of this. But this is wild. And I don't think I finished my thought on the juror. I hope he's okay. I actually feel really bad for him. So that's honestly what I came on to say, and I thought that we would get some action from the court, and they've gone home for the day. So, do you guys have any questions? And before I forget, if you haven't liked the stream, if you haven't shared it, Facebook, Insta, X, Discord, all of those are greatly appreciated. And just liking the stream, commenting, just one word or emoji is super helpful. I can tell someone did because my algorithm or the numbers just went up. So hello, people. Hold on. I don't see any questions. Well, Huskies, that's kind of the impression that I got. She said, I wonder if it got heated in there. And I'm not looking for drama. This is the last place I want drama is in this courtroom. Please, guys, understand that. If you are from the other side, please know that. Like, drama on the internet all day. Like, it's absolutely annoying, and the internet is a cesspool, but real life drama like this, I don't, nope, no, sir. And I certainly don't want those jurors to feel like if they don't vote a certain way that they're gonna have something happen to them. Oh my God. Like Anthony said, I thought you were going to there to the trial. Well, that was the plan. And then so many people enjoyed me covering it that I ended up just streaming. So the other part of it is that if you've watched the courtroom, it's actually pretty tiny. And I will say that that he comes from a very, very large and loving family, and it didn't feel right to take a seat away. And there's actually another viewer of mine who said the same thing, that they wanted to go, but they didn't want to take a seat away from the family. And I think that that's solid. Yeah. Oh, so Huskies is saying maybe it got heated in the jury room. I mean, we're totally speculating. Like, we're totally like, we watch too much TV, guys. Alarms. Wonder if one of them tried to pull the fire bell again. Huskies, I actually really like that thought, because I much rather them take a step back for the day than bully one person who's holding out, or so on and so forth. There you go, Lefty. Have fun, Zach. Okay, Stream Mama said, I want nothing more than to serve on a jury. However, I don't know if everyday citizens are the best to decide your fate when we aren't law scholars and the judge says, follow my instructions, and instructions can be interpreted 5 different ways. I couldn't agree more. And you and I saw what happened in the first Karen Reed trial. So did Anthony. I know Anthony from Turtle Boys chat, Stream Mama. Isn't that funny? Like, it's this Karen Reed team in here. And Anthony, I know her from another person's stream, but she was really into Karen Reed. It's wild, man. I also realize I am saying wild way too much. I mean, it is crazy that you live that close. I used to live down there, and I loved living downtown. Suburbs ain't shit compared to city life. I love city life. And did I finish my thought about the cooler heads? Yeah, I think that might have been a good idea if that were the case. Or who knows? Maybe there was a music recital that someone needed to get to for their kid. Like, that had already been agreed upon. It just seems like, yeah, the more I think about it, I guess that makes the most sense. Because who is going to, like, willingly miss another day of work or someone had diarrhea? That also absolutely came. I know that you just put the poop sign, but I thought about that. Maybe someone just isn't feeling well. You know that you have a chronic illness when your mind immediately is like, maybe someone had a flare up of Crohn's. That's what, see, Anthony and Husky are saying the same thing. And yet we're just sitting here speculating. Like our speculations mean shit, and they don't. That's my Dr. Phil accent. Yeah. So we don't know. There's no way for us to know other than hopefully afterwards, one of the jurors will reach out to me and agree to speak with me, regardless of what the decision is. I'm really hoping for that. But I'm going to shoot my shot and just put that out there. I have ways of identifying who was actually on the trial, even without being there. So if you're just a crazy person, it won't be good for you. The sidebars are coming in from Karen Reed, right? Like, what do we think that they're going to say? That's wild. Have you guys liked the stream yet? Have you guys subscribed yet? If you really like this, I also offer channel memberships now. And you get your own special stickers, and you'll be in the Discord and all the things. It's just like the best time ever. Best internet experience ever. Sure have. Yeah. I don't know what to make of the Karen Reed sidebars. I can't believe we're even talking about Karen Reed. Because real talk, guys, like, if you guys want to have like a friggin' heart-to-heart right now, I think that the people who continue to talk about Karen Reed and they haven't realized that there's other stuff going on in the world. But just keep that between us, okay? But the sidebars I am excited about because I watched that trial. But it's like the people that are hosting like these spaces, just talking about how guilty she is. Like, bitch, she was proven not guilty. Get over it. Stop. Were you there that night? 34? Fairview? No? Shut the fuck up. This was more of a violent stream. Anthony agrees. Yep. I want to move on. I want to cover all the things. I want to make sure that the wrong people aren't going to jail. I want to focus on helping people who need their cases getting a little bit more of a spotlight. Like, that's my goal here. So I think this was a really good test. Obviously, oh my God, this hair situation today. Oh my God. I think this was a really good trial to start with. And, you know, my numbers went down significantly once I took myself off of X. So now that we're just on YouTube, your support on here means everything to me, like the liking and the subscribing and the commenting. And if people want to donate, like that, those sort of things, I really want to make sure that you guys know that. You guys mean so much to me. So if there are any other trials that you can think of that you would be interested in me covering, please let me know. We had a case kind of like this here in Buffalo where an officer continued pursuit and ended up shooting the guy when he dragged him with his car. Thankfully, the police officer was found not guilty. If the police officer was found not guilty, just by reading that, obviously I don't know anything about that. Why are we here? If that is the case, then why are we here? Whoever wants to go through my streams and count how many times I said that, I'll send you a sticker. Like, I would love to know how many times I said, why are we here? What are we doing here? Throughout my coverage of this trial. I just can't believe. Can we talk about how bad the prosecution was? Respectfully. I mean, since we're telling secrets. Sorry, YouTube phone people. Since we're telling secrets. Why did she do her hair like that every day? Why did she always have a kid-size water bottle except for on closing argument day when she had an adult-size water bottle? Has she nominated herself to be on What Not to Wear? Or like a makeover show? Because I think she's probably a very beautiful woman. And I think that would go over with the jury swimmingly. Also, let's like not be too vain and let's focus on like the substantive stuff. You know, the arguments. Did they even prepare? Like, do we think that they actually read this like case file? Like all of them? Or do we think that they split it up like a team project? Stream Mama, I'm gonna tell you something, and I mean it with all my heart. She was not wearing the scrunchie because scrunchies are in. She has been sporting that scrunchie since 1992. That thing has some miles on it, babe. Real talk. And patriotic, absolutely. It's kind of what we are talking about. That and the fact that, and don't, you guys promise not to tell, because this is secret sesh. The fact that we are witnessing in Columbus, Ohio, our own version of Beverly Canoni out of Massachusetts by not clarifying rules and instructions for jurors who now think that a cop shot a woman because she was shoplifting. What the actual fuck? What are we doing here? So, I don't know. And patriotic, I don't know how long you've been listening. I don't even know if you're still here. Hi, I'm Caroline from Global Staffing Corporate. We have a great opportunity for you. Would you like to change your life? No! No! Sorry, that was just rude. Rude. I don't know if you're listening, patriotic, and I'm sure you're not now after I know that you wear headphones and you've told me that the audio is off and I tend to break eardrums when I get loud. So I apologize to everyone. I don't, we were talking before you made that comment that maybe the reason they got out today at 3:30 is because things were getting heated. Totally speculative. Totally speculative, but we never know. We will never know until a juror reaches out and agrees to do an interview with me. On or off camera. I mean, I will need to prove their identity, but I won't, if they don't want to be on camera, they don't have to be on camera. So this was a whole different type of stream. I think we scared Maybe off. But I think I'm going to go and get things ready for tomorrow. If you haven't liked the stream yet, please do. If you are not subscribed to my channel, it is free. I promise you. There is no catches. Please subscribe. And if all of the other information for supporting me is on that pink ticker or up here if you're watching on your phone. So thank you. And I appreciate you guys coming in and spending an hour with me. It was short and sweet and to the point and a little crazy, but that's okay. That's okay. That's allowed here. Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's plan on a little bit earlier. I think we're going to see you guys a little bit earlier tomorrow. Oh, and if you guys don't have notifications turned on for my stream, you won't know when there's a verdict's in. So do that. And if you don't know how to do that, comment. Even if you're replay watching, let me know. And I'll walk you through it. That is important. Like very, very, very important. And I hope that everyone is well, and let's continue to keep everyone involved in our prayers and positive thoughts. Okay, guys, have a good night. See you tomorrow. Bye. It's almost the weekend. Hooray.